Yes, well, each week at this time we talk to the New York Post columnist Miranda Devine. We talk to people who know what they're talking about the latest in America. Just over 40 days to go until the presidential election. The death of the Supreme Court Liberal Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is a massive turning point for this election. No matter what side of the political fence you sit on, it is proper to acknowledge Ginsburg's contribution to American society. She passed away at 87 with pancreatic cancer. But her passing could be a game changer for Donald Trump. Trump's Republicans in the Senate hold the majority. They're more than eager to use their power to nominate a replacement. Nothing triggers the base more than Supreme Court nominees, and Trump intends to use this to bring out the conservative Christian vote, something which left-wing Liberals can't cope with. The Democrats need 4 Republican senators across the floor to defeat any move to confirm a new justice. Already 2 Republican senators have said they will not vote to install a new justice so close to an election. Will Republicans hold firm? Let's go to Miranda. Miranda, good evening to you. Will they hold firm?
Good evening, Alan. Well, according to Lindsey Graham, who is a Trump ally and the Republican senator who's in charge of the Judicial Committee, yes, they have the numbers. As you said, they only needed, the Democrats only needed 4 to waver, and it would be a problem. But it seems that Trump and his people are confident that they have the numbers to actually confirm someone, and Lindsey Graham said before the election.
Just explain the significance to our viewers of the Supreme Court and the reason why Conservatives will support Trump's chance to appoint his own person to the court, giving him a 6-3 majority.
Well, they'll do more than support. I mean, for a lot of Republicans in 2016, they overcame any misgivings they had about Donald Trump because they trusted him to fill the vacancies on the Supreme Court with conservatives. And really, when you're talking about conservatives, you're talking about originalists, people who will interpret the Constitution as it was written, not rewrite for their own sakes, rewrite the law to fulfill any sort of social activism that the Democrats want. And so Justice Ginsburg was more on the judicial activist side, the liberal side, and someone like Clarence Thomas, say, or Justice Kavanaugh are seen as conservatives, as in they don't write the law for themselves.
That's it. Freedom of speech and abortion, all those sorts of things come up, and they think, hello,
abortion especially.
He's building a fortress to stop the kind of social change we don't like. Look, Joe Biden, for goodness sake, is this the bloke? We've got a clip here. Joe Biden saying that 200 million Americans have died from coronavirus. Listen to this.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
Oh,
you've got to laugh, Miranda. 2/3 of America.
2/3 of America, I know. And he's always doing this. Numbers particularly are problematic for him. He said 100 million people had died from COVID a little while ago. And the funny thing is, the media just covers up for him. They'll do the quote and they'll leave out the 200 million COVID died. You have to turn to social media or the New York Post to get the truth. It's crazy. He also yesterday gave a speech in which I think he must have gone off-piste, off the teleprompter, to say the Pledge of Allegiance, which, in America, every 8-year-old knows off by heart, and certainly his generation did. And he said, "One nation under God, for real." Which I don't think is in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Miranda, this is not meant to be a comedy segment, I have to tell you, but it's lovely to talk to you, Miranda. And of course, meanwhile, Donald Trump's marching the countryside and stirring them all up. Thank you for your time. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Alan.